What's up, everyone? It's Tim from TimPlaysAGame here with Pokemon TCG Live playing on PC. Tonight we are looking at Terapagos EX. I was so confused about how to run this deck, I'm not gonna lie, because it is a surprisingly versatile card. A lot of people go high on the DT, go for DTEs, these double turbo energies. They just like plop one on them, go turbo Terapagos, and just use that unified beatdown attack. But I wanted to show off the best of this deck if I could. So I went with the extra energy, the grass, the electric, and the water. And actually, in those battles, Crown Opal did pay off. So let's take a look at the Terapagos EX. It's 230 basic, colorless Pokemon. Not very special, but don't worry, we can make it better. It is a Terra Pokemon, so it doesn't take damage while it's on the bench. If you go second, you can use this. You can't use this attack during your first turn. Boo. But this attack does 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon, which that doesn't sound too great. That's only going to do 150 tops, right? That's where you're wrong. We have cards to bring that attack up a little bit. The other attack, Crown Opal, which I think honestly is the better attack. Because because I've been seeing a lot of big basic decks going around. Roaring Moon EX, Iron Thorns EX. I've been seeing some Iron Hands EX. I've been seeing Raging Bolts, Ogerpon EXs, Teal Mask Ogerpon. Yeah. So this guy right here says, no, stop what you're doing. You're not you're basic. You're not colorless. You can't do any damage to me. Yeah. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage on this Pokemon from basic non-colorless Pokemon. Obviously, you kind of want the best of both worlds. I want the best of both worlds. You want to swing for 240 when you can with Unified Beatdown. And if you can't knock something out, Crown Opal is a good defense shield to sit behind. But the real star of this show is freaking Area Zero Underdepths, one of the most anticipated cards in this set. Each player who has any Terra Pokemon in play can have up to 8 Pokemon on their bench. The bench will expand to 8. It's kind of a cool thing to look at. But if a player no longer has any Terra Pokemon in play, that player discards Pokemon from their bench until they have 5. When that card leaves the field, both players discard from their bench until they have 5, and the player who played this card discards first. That's kind of an important rule for just the sake of ruling. But basically, you lose the Terra Pokemon or you lose the Stadium card, your bench goes back down to 5. So, we gotta work with it. We can work within that, though. We can work within those confines. Take a look at some of our support Pokemon. We have one Manaphy here with Wave Veil, because we're going to have a big bench. We're going to want to protect those Pokemon, prevent all damage done to your bench Pokemon from attacks, and he basically sits there. We have the energy to power up Rain Splash, but we also got Radiant Greninja here. I was kind of going back and forth between this and Radiant Serena. Radiant Serena heals 20 damage from all Pokemon on your side of the field, and since you're going to have so many Pokemon on your side of the field, you're gonna have to worry about cards that can get around the Manaphy, like Dusk Noir, Dusclops, Dragapult, EX. Yeah, those cards, they don't do damage. They put damage counters with a card effect. So, but that's kind of a narrow window. I feel like Radiant Greninja is better for the sake of setup. With concealed cards, you can discard an energy card from your hand in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw 2 cards. We have Moonlight Shuriken. We have the energy to power up Moonlight Shuriken, but only 2 water energy, so that's kind of I don't have a way to power it up really fast, so I could put Energy Switch in here, but I decided against that because this deck everything is packed pretty tightly in this deck. So we're going to be using it mainly for the concealed cards, which powers up nicely with Glass Trumpet, but we'll get back to that later. Mew EX for drawing cards. Restart once during your turn. Draw until you have 3 cards in your hand. We can also, again, we have the double turbo energy, so we can always use genome hacking and 1 energy. But again, probably won't be using that. Fezandipiti, great card. Probably going to be a staple in every one of my decks going forward. Once during your turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3 cards. You can't use more than 1 Flip the Script ability each turn. We also have the energy to power up Cruel Arrow. This could be a weird bench sniper, but again, we have the double turbo energy. We can always put another energy on it. Probably won't. Mainly going to use it as support. Alright, so now we're getting into the colorless Pokemon. We got a lot of colorless Pokemon, mainly because of these Bouffalant here. I got 2 different Bouffalant, one of each, Most people you'll just see like put 2 or 3 of these Bouffalant in here. With this ability, Curly Wall, as long as you have at least one other Bouffalant in play, all of your basic colorless Pokemon take 60 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. After applying weakness and resistance, the big thing here, Curly Wall does not stack. Here's something interesting though I found out while recording this. Bouffalant's Bouffer. This Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attack. That stacks. That stacks on top of the 60. So, you got this guy on the bench, you got this guy in the active spot. You're going to see it probably in the second battle. Yeah, he takes 80 less damage, and his damage rush attack is nothing to scoff at. I mean, it does probably, I mean, you can probably do 50, do like a solid 50, decent. But if you get lucky, you can probably power it up to 80, 110, 140, you know, if you get lucky. Probably going to be doing, honestly, you're probably going to be doing 80 on average. But it's a surprisingly good card, especially with damage rush. I didn't like the boundless power, which 130 is good, but that uses a lot of energy and you can't attack during your next turn. So yeah, it's also there's an HP discrepancy, which will be a thing later. This one has 120, this one has 100. So we can only get one of them with Fan Rotom. Fan Rotom ability, or sorry, Fan Rotom's Fan Call ability, there you go. Once during your turn, you may search, during your first turn, that's important, you can only use it on the first turn, you may search your deck for up to 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less, reveal them, and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your deck, and you can't use more than one Fan Call ability during your turn. So why do you have 2 of them in the deck? To get them out fast, in case one of them gets prized. Yeah, I don't think I put Hisuian Heavy Ball in here, so... And if I did, I probably wouldn't use it on this guy, just saying. Unless it's the first turn, then. But anyway. So basically we're going to be using it for its Fan Call ability, which is great. 3 Pokemon. You can use it to get the Bouffalant, the 100 HP Bouffalant. I personally use it on Hoothoots and Noctowls. These are great cards, which you'll be seeing a lot of later. But those are your basic things. You can also get another Fan Rotom, but mainly because its attack is actually a decent attack. If there's no Assault Landing does 70. If there's no Stadium in play, this attack does nothing. We have 4 copies of the Stadium in here, so chances are we can use Assault Landing and swing for 70 for 1 energy, which is pretty decent. We have the Hoothoot. I chose this one because of the 1 energy. There's also another one that does 20 damage and lets you look at your opponent's hand, but that's a 2 energy attack, and if you have the double turbo on it, I don't know. I kind of like this one better. Triple Stab, flip 3 coins. Attack does 10 damage for each heads. Woo. We don't care about that. We care about this. Noctowl, 100 HP Pokemon. Great for getting with Fan Rotom. The ability Jewel Seeker. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve your Pokemon. That's important. That's the first thing. This one has to come from the hand and to evolve a Pokemon, which would be the Hoothoot. If you have any Terra Pokemon in play, again, that's the second thing. You have to evolve it, and then you have to have a Terra already in play when you do this. You may search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Now, when it says trainer cards, that means items, that means stadiums, that means tools, that means supporters. Any 2 of those, 2 cards, 2 trainer cards, right into from your deck to your hand. That's unheard of. And then Speedwing for 60. We can power that up with the double turbo and swing for 40 if need be. But it's not going to be too much. Probably be once it's on the field, you can do that as a decent 1 prize or just to finish things off. But I don't know. Mostly, I'll probably be discarding that if anything happens with Area 0 Underdepths and I lose my bench. We have Squawkabilly here. Yeah, we have 3 of those Hoothoots, by the way. There are those 3 Hoothoots and 3 Noctowls. That's the way to go. Squawkabilly, EX. This is a good first turn card. If you can't get the Fan Rotom, you're definitely going to want to get this. Once during your turn, discard your hand, draw 6 cards. Can't use more, and it has to be on the first turn. That's also important. So yeah, your first turn is crucial. You can't use more than 1 Squawk and Seize during your turn. And then Motivate, so you can attach basic energies from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon. That's good too. That actually helps really well with the way we play this deck with these grass, and electric, and water energy. We only have 2 of each. So if those do get into the prize cards from the Squawk and Seize, We can always get them back with Motivate, and then just attach them to one of your bench Pokemon, and good lord knows this guy needs it. Alright, these trainer cards that we can get with Noctowl, let's talk about them. We got 2 Buddy Poffins here, mainly going to use them to get the Fan Rotom out, get a Hoothoot out, and then you can use Fan Rotom's ability to get another Hoothoot and maybe like two Noctowl. There we go. That's kind of the way I play it. Earthen Vessel, we only have 2 of those. We're going to be going through this deck at pretty insane pace, but being able to pull out these basic energies early on is great. Glass Trumpet, you can only use this card if you have only if you have any Terra Pokemon in play. That's important. That's why we have 4 of these. Choose up to 2 of your bench colorless Pokemon, attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to each of them. So basically what I try to do with this is I'll try to get something in the active spot. Usually I like to have Fan Rotom in the active spot to start, if I can. And then power up the Terapagos from the bench. By the time he gets knocked out, it's 1 prize gone. And then I should have at least 2... By the next turn, I should have at least 2 energy on him. I can discard those energy with through various methods, and then Glass Trumpet them back up. But basically, I want to get the Grass, the Water, and the Electric onto Terapagos as soon as possible. If I can't do that, Unified Beatdown works too, but you can actually run a pretty good control with Crown Opal. As long as they don't have any evolutions, of course. Next, we have for Nest Ball. To get out mainly the Squawkabilly, to get out the Terapagos. If you got them out already, you can get the Radiant Greninja to help you draw, get the Mew EX to help you draw, get Fezandipiti out if one of your Pokemon got knocked out. Nest Ball works. 4 of them, run them. Prime Catcher is the Ace Spec. I was going back and forth between the Sparkling Crystal, the new Ace Spec item card. I had Arvins in here earlier. I took those Arvins out. I only have like 1 Bravery Charm, which is kind of useful, but really it's I'm focusing more on getting things set up, and then running things over what I can with a beefed up Terapagos. Prime Catcher is basically a good way to keep control. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. If you do, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you kind of want to go 2-2-2 with the prize trade with this deck, just take 2 at a time. You're kind of putting yourself in a position to be used by an opponent's Briar, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, it might be detrimental, but I mean I don't have to. I have ways around that. I can always dodge it, but that's kind of how I in my mind how I want it to go. I want to run through 3 big Pokemon that take 2 prize cards every turn. Prime Catcher helps with some control. We got Super Rod. Going to be using Super Rod mainly on these on the Pokemon, not the energy. The energy I kind of want in my discard pile, unless I've used up all my Glass Trumpets, in which case, yeah, they're probably going to need to pull those back in. But mainly, I'll probably use them for any Pokemon that gets... I'll probably be using them a lot on Noctowl, because Noctowl, if it goes to the graveyard, the Hoothoot, the Noctowl, you can just Super Rod them both back in, play the Noctowl again. Easy to get the Noctowl out with the Buddy Poffins and the whatnot. But you can always, yeah, you can just reuse Noctowl again and get more trainer cards. We have 2 Switch. Why 2? Because this guy, because this guy's beefy. A lot of the Pokemon in here have not really high retreat cost. Mew's the only free retreat cost Pokemon. Problem is energy is limited, so we have to kind of fall back on the Switch, and thankfully they're not too hard to get out with Noctowl. We have 2 Ultra Ball. This is kind of like why we have Ultra Ball. Most of these Pokemon are basic. Again, Noctowl. Yeah, I only have 2 of them in here, but it's kind of a backup search card. Also, I kind of would like to, if I could, keep the Fezandipiti in my hand until I need it. We have Area 0 Underdepths, 4 of those. That's the big one. I also we got very limited supporters. I tried to go as easy as I could on this. I settled on, wow, 8, 10. Yeah, these 10 right here. 2 boss order, basically, again, switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Like the Prime Catcher, you just want to kind of zone in on specific things. This thing, Terapagos can swing for 240 with a fully loaded Unified Beatdown, which is good because it can take out a decent number of support EX Pokemon. For instance, Mew EX, Fezandipiti EX, yeah, they're 2 prizers. You want to target them relentlessly. Even the Squawkabilly, freaking Squawkabilly, I keep seeing more and more of now. It's just like free prize cards. We have Briar. You can only use this as one of the new cards. You can only use this card if your opponent has exactly 2 prize cards remaining. Not 1, not 3. Has to be 2. Only 2. During your turn, if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack used by your Terra Pokemon, again, another qualifier, Terra Pokemon, has to be knocked out by damage, has to be active. So a lot of things have to align there, but it's not too hard. And then you get to take 1 more prize card. We won't be seeing anything too crazy with that. It's just kind of a nice to have type card. That's why there's only 1 in there. Honestly, you'll see if your deck has a Terra Pokemon, you'll probably run at least 1. Just because you can. Because that is pretty common to be in a situation with 2 prize cards remaining. We got Crispin. We got 1 of them. The ability to search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and of different types, reveal them, put them into your hand is great. Put 1 of them into your hand, attach the other to one of your Pokemon. Crispin is, I thought would be a better card, but when I started playing with it, I realized it's only a card that's good in mid-game, not early game. Early game, you want to use cards like Professor's Research, and you're using different supporter cards, Iono, and then later on in the game using supporters like Briar. You can only play 1 supporter each turn, so. But mid-game, and then you don't want to use it late game, because by then you'll probably have drawn out all your energies. And if you don't have 2 of a different type, then Crispin only searches for, yeah, Crispin's pretty plain. But, yeah, mid-game, though, you want to use it to search out and accelerate 1 energy, definitely onto 1 of them onto Terapagos, and then the other one do what you will with it. Sometimes I discard it with Radiant Greninja to get 2 more cards. I can always pull them back with Glass Trumpet, don't worry. And then we have Iono. Again, this deck has a hard time with drawing cards if you don't get the good setup. You kind of want Fezandipiti, you want Mew EX on the bench as kind of a weird draw support. This deck shouldn't have too hard a time with that, though, so. But other than that, though, we have 2 Iono and 4 Professor's Research. The 2 Iono are best for keeping cards that you're not ready to lose yet. Mainly the double turbos. I want to hold on to those until need be. If I have like a bunch of Area 0 Underdepths in my hand, and I already have 1 on the field, let's get them back into the deck, hold them there for now, where they're safe. Just, yeah, certain things, like, you just kind of need to cycle through your deck to grab what you want. Professor's Research, same deal with Squawkabilly. You're just gonna need, sometimes you gotta burn a few cards to get the ones you want. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. That's the best way to do that. 4 of those. We got 1 Bravery Charm. Why 1 Bravery Charm? That's really all we need. Again, this deck's more about setup, getting things set up to the way you want. We probably won't be going too hard with Unified Beatdown, but if we have to, we want some added support. Bravery Charm helps with that. 230 HP is easy to knock down. Not gonna lie. So we got that. We got the 1 Bouffalant to help with that. If we have the Bouffalant on the bench, we have the other Bouffalant there too. And we have the Bravery Charm. That will put its HP up to 280. And it has a 60 HP, 60 damage buffer. So basically, the only way for it to get knocked out in one hit is to be attacked by a Pokemon that can do 340 damage, which is not easy. So yeah, he's pretty tanky, especially. But we're gonna be focusing more on the Crown Opal attack. The Double Turbo Energy. I've been saying DTE. That's what I meant. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 2 colorless energy. But the Pokemon this card is attached to does 20 less damage to your opponent's Pokemon. So that Unified Beatdown attack cannot, if you think, okay, I'll just play Terapagos and I'll just put the Double Turbo Energy on it, and I can just attack, right? Wrong. Well, yes, you can attack. You're just not doing as much damage as you probably want to. Maximum, you can only do 220. And it also would affect Crown Opal, but you probably won't be. If you're relying on the Double Turbo Energy, you probably aren't going to use Crown Opal. Yeah, the Double Turbo is more of a kind of a desperation card to power up Unified Beatdown. But I want to have that on there because I don't feel comfortable running a deck with just 4 Double Turbo Energies, like I've been seeing a lot of. And also, yeah, I've been seeing more Temples of Sinnoh lately. I've actually been seeing Enhanced Hammer too, which is a little shocking. But yeah, Special Energy, and I've been seeing freaking Haxorus and Regidrago V-Star decks. So yeah, I'm a little leery about relying on double Turbo Energy. I'll use it, I just won't rely on it. And then 2 Grass, 2 Electric, 2 Water, which is probably going to be used mainly on the Terapagos. We'll probably be powering up. That's our main attacker. We can probably put 1 energy on Assault on Fan Rotom for Assault Landing, do a quick 70. Bouffalant here, maybe. It's a nice little 1 prizer here. The Boofer attack, actually, I think in the second battle you'll see it stack with Curly Wall. It's Curly Wall doesn't stack. The Curly Wall doesn't stack with itself. That's what it should say. Boofer here, yeah, so 20 plus 60, so taking 80 less damage. And then it can just run things over with Damage Rush. But I have to get lucky on the coin flips. So, again, I like the way this deck's built. I like how I made it. I like that I didn't rely on double Turbo Energy. Let's get to the battle, see how we do. Let's go. And it looks like we'll be going first. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I'm just going to tell him exactly what we got here. Ooh, alright. So that doesn't really tell us what he has, but let's start. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm not sure if I should have played the Fezandipiti first. Actually, yeah, that was a good idea. Because we're gonna play Squawkabilly. I'm gonna lose an Area 0 Underdepths. I don't care. Too much. I can't use Unified Beatdown on the first turn, so it's good that we're going first. Yeah. Gonna lose a Professor's Research too and a Crispin, but that's alright. Alright, so we got a good setup started. He's probably got other Pokemon too, so he's not gonna... There's a Nest Ball. How crazy it would be if he also had to... Oh, he's got Teal Mask Ogerpon, okay. And he also benefits from Area 0 Underdepths, so he gets an extended bench. Ooh, Dragapult. Yeah, this is a Regidrago V-Star. And he's going to want to retreat that Mew. He's probably going to pull out the Teal Mask Ogerpon. So, yeah, if we swing with Unified Beatdown, we're only going to be doing only 90, so I need to get at least 3 more. He's not going to, he's going to retreat. He's going to pull in Regidrago V-Star, too. Or, sorry, V, not V-Star. I thought he was going to attack with Teal Mask. No, he's definitely going with the V. Bringing out all the V. Just wasting a Canceling Cologne, but he wanted to restart. Iono, actually that helped me a little bit. Not gonna lie, I was thinking about playing my own Iono. Problem is my electric energies are at the bottom of the deck now, so... Alright. Play this. Don't think we'll have to worry too much about it, but I'm going to play the Manaphy regardless. Got the water energy. I'm thinking about just Professor researching and losing the Noctowl. How many Noctowl we got left? We got 1. I got 3 in the deck, I think, yeah. I don't need another one. Yeah, I need draw power. Okay. Radiant Greninja it is. Play the water energy. Professor's Research. I'm losing a boss order, but that's okay. Covered the 180. Okay. think it'll be alright. I'll hold, yeah, let's hold back a little bit. Actually, he might try to... We'll play one Bouffalant. Alright. I'll take the 2 prize cards. I know I'm gonna get a V-Star next turn. I'm getting V-Starred next turn, but... should be alright. There's a Glass Trumpet, that's good. Yeah, Glass Trumpet's kind of... I know one Terapagos gets knocked out. It's kind of a given. I feel an Iono coming on, too, I'm not gonna lie. Or maybe a Boss Order. There's the V-Star. Yeah, he's definitely going to bring out the V-Star. Does he have anything? He's got the Dragapult. Yeah, I'm kind of... I was thinking about putting Radiant Serena in here for this very reason. But I think... he's probably going to target... he's probably going to spread the damage. Or maybe, yeah, put 30 on Terapagos. And then... I don't know. That's why I wanted this damage rush Bouffalant, though. That's one thing I'm experimenting with this deck. This Bouffalant and the other Bouffalant, it says Curly whatever ability doesn't stack. I'm not sure if it doesn't stack with other Curly or if this doesn't stack with this, so... If it does stack in that sense, then... And if it did, I don't know, like, which one would take effect then. If it says... it can't say it doesn't stack. So does it, like, ignore its own ability, or does it ignore the other ability? Yeah, it should have been a little bit more clear there. It says it doesn't stack. Okay, he's bringing it out now. Terapagos is about to get hurt. Wait, did he get the other one? Did he have the Giratina? There's the Curem. I don't have to worry about the Curem as long as I have Manaphy. Thank you. Yeah, he's definitely going for the Dragapult. He's probably going to swing for... probably, yeah, 30 there, 30 on the Manaphy, or 20 on the Manaphy, and then maybe 20 on the Hoothoot. Nope, he's putting it all on Terapagos. Okay. Oh, 10 on, okay, 10 on Hoothoot. And there's Glass Trumpet. Alright. Kind of want to protect Noctowl, protect the Hoothoot, get that out. I don't have any energy yet. Let's see what we get with concealed cards. Perfect. He's not basic, but all right. I don't want to use the Glass Trumpet yet. Let's put that there. Ultra Ball. I'm getting rid of the 0 Underdepths and 1 Terapagos. So I realistically won't use all 4. Kind of a protection maneuver, but also I wanted to at least use Noctowl's ability once. Alright, what do we got? Let's see. And Bravery Charm would be good. Prime Catcher seems to be like prime candidate. Boss Order seems good too. No, I'm getting ready to let that one, yeah. Bravery Charm and Nest Ball. I'm gonna use this now to get the water energy. And the Nest Ball on the other Bouffalant. Beatdown swings for 240. Okay. Get ready. I'm going to surprise him with the Bouffalant next turn. Probably gonna put it all on Terapagos. I don't blame him. Because I'm gonna put the double turbo on him. That dies, yeah, that's fine. Actually, maybe I should attack with Noctowl. That would do 40. You know what? That's the smarter decision. Yeah. Exactly 40. Yeah, that Noctowl's not too happy about that 10 damage counters. Oh boy. Alright. Let's put grass for you and water for you. Let's see, is there anything worth super rotting? 2 Terapagos, but I'm not gonna need them too much. I'll do this and 1 Terapagos. Because like I said, I'm never going to realistically use any of them. Alright. Iono now. I get 4 new, we get 4 new cards. Save the area 0, probably for something. Earthen Vessel. I think I already... Did I already attach for turn? Screw it, I only got so many energy left. I did. Okay, I already did. Let's flip the script. Okay, so not a lot I can do. Yeah, let's speed wing for 40. Nice little chunk of damage right there. I was thinking about going in with Bouffalant, but I didn't need to. Also, yeah, I don't want to seem cruel here, but Noctowl served its purpose, so. Switching energy. He could have now. He could, in sense, have boss's order in his hand, and he did. God dang it! I gave him a freaking boss order. Okay, now does he have enough? Let's see, 3 energy. I think he might be able to cover it. It's 170, but he's also got the curly wall to worry about. Ah, he didn't cover it. Oh no. Oh, thank you, curly wall. All right. Let's get another Terapagos ready. I can already... I'm sensing an Iono coming up next turn. He's used a lot of cards, but he has not... He's only used 1 Iono. These decks traditionally have 2, at least. I gotta go for the unified beatdown, though. That's the problem. Oh, wait, I have 1. Game over. I'm still in game mode here. I'm still trying to think, like, okay... Yeah, game's over. Calm down, Tim. Easy, Simba. Alright, good game, buddy. Okay. Decent start. He whiffed. Mulligan 1. Yep. Okay. Is this a Raging Bolt? If this is a Raging Bolt, that'd be great. If it's got Soda's Vitality, and it's either Raging Bolt or... else. Okay, oh no, it's Roaring Moon. Okay, this is one of those I wanted to see how this would turn out kind of decks. Because he has Frenzied Gouging, or sorry, Calamity Storm, which discards Stadium. Frenzied Gouging, which completely gets around a lot of things, so... Try and damage him a little bit. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working. there. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna need it. Let's go. Let's play smart. 2 Hoots and the Noctowl. I don't think he's gonna play Iono. I've run Turbo Roaring Moon. I've run Basic. I've run all kinds of ancient decks. They generally stay away from Iono. So this guy is gonna take. He can probably get him powered up on the first turn. If it does, then these Noctowl are gonna suck. Then I gotta lose these Noctowl. So. I probably should have gone with the Bouffalant. I should have gone with the Bouffalant. If he does power it up, though, that's the thing. I gotta get this. I haven't gotten any experience playing this deck against Roaring Moon lately, or at all. My guess is he's pulling out the Squawkabilly. Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's trying to think if he wants to dump his hand or not. He's running everything right. He's going to use Ultra Ball next. Probably another Roaring Moon EX, or Pekarunt, or Radiant Greninja. Radiant Greninja. Nope, Roaring Baby Moon. Okay. But this thing needs to die before Area 0 Underdepths. Before I lose Area 0 Underdepths. I only got 4 of them. Vitality, 1 to him, 1 to the Roaring Moon. Nope, only just the 1. Okay. He might attach for turn and switch out. He's got the Pekarunt. He's getting the Pekarunt. Yeah, he's got this. He's got the knockout. I might have to discard these guys and super rod them back into the deck, unfortunately. Because I'm looking at my stuff here. I don't have much. I'm probably gonna be pulling out the Bouffalant, raging, using ramp damage rush, and doing whatever I can. Okay, he has the Pekarunt. He does not have the energy to attack yet. Did he get it? I think he can also Dark Patch. He got the Pokestop. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. So I lost Area 0 Underdepths, that's okay. I just need... If I can draw Terapagos next turn, that'd be great. Yeah, he's got the energy. I don't know what he's... He just pulled 3 cards. I totally missed it. Yeah, he's got it. Pokestop. Okay, he didn't even spin the Pokestop. Jeez Louise. Okay, you got it? You got enough cards there? Iono, screw you too. No. Down with the Dark Patch. Okay, yeah, might as well. You go put it on the other. Start building up the other guy. So Chain, switch him out. And that swings for 90. Okay, good to know. Okay, hope for the best. Expect the worst. Let's see what I get. Prime Catcher. I lost 2 Area 0 Underdepths and a Briar. I didn't really care about the Briar too much. Okay. Really hate doing this. It's gonna do 30, but I gotta keep... I gotta get seriously lucky with a lot of these hits. I don't have any... I don't have any Terra Pokemon, so... So that was painful. Should I play the Mew? Oh well. flip the script, see what we get. There's a Nest Ball. Okay. Yep. There's one. Okay. Grass and water. Grass. Super Rod. U2 back in the deck. I want to keep the energy in the graveyard or in the discard pile for now. Discard the trumpet. Oh well. Okay. Let's see what we get. Come on, luck. Luck me a lady tonight. Hooey. I was about to come in big with damage rush there, but that didn't happen. How many Pokestops do they play? Because that's the big question, because I'm already down 2. I got 1 more left in the deck. This doesn't hurt me too much. If I have to get rid of something, it's probably gonna be... Oh no, I don't want to get rid of one of the Hoothoots. Actually, I don't want to get rid of anything. I might get rid of the Radiant Greninja. Of course he flips heads. Okay, Bouffalant survived. I don't think he's gonna get enough to get a knockout, though. But he's powering up this guy. Never mind. Okay, what do I get rid of? Yeah. Now, in theory, you can attack with Radiant Greninja with this using... You'd have to load up the energy slowly. I don't have any energy switch in here. Honestly, I didn't really want to attack with Radiant Greninja. I needed him to discard energy. I needed him to discard energy for Glass Trumpet, but yeah, that ship sailed. I can't get any energy on him with this, but I can switch. He's gonna get a cheap hit on me, though, unfortunately. He's got a good amount of Ancients, but the problem with this deck is it focuses mainly on the Roaring Moon EX. And I can tell you right now, he's not going to have enough to power up to knock out the Terapagos. He needs 16 cards, 16 Ancient cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4. Enhanced Hammer. It's the first time I've seen an Enhanced Hammer actually be used against me. I don't run too many special energies now that I think about it. Okay, he's going. He's swinging. So he can Frenzy gouging me for the knockout. He is. Okay. So I'm still ahead of the prize trade, but it's looking iffy now. Oh no, I'm not ahead. I'm not ahead of anything. I keep forgetting Roaring Moon doesn't quite knock itself out. All right, time to get serious. Let's Pokestop, see what we get. Ball and Buddy Poffins. Okay. what I want to get out here. Ultra Ball. I have an idea. I need this guy out. You. There's no energy left I can see for now, so. Well, Iono. I get 6, you get 3. Trumpet again. Attach for turn. Okay. Anything big. Let's flip the script. Look at that. Better late than never. Now. Need it, might as well get it out now. And Super Rod, I think. I don't really need the Super Rod. I think I could use Nest Ball more. I didn't realize I should have looked at my deck. I have plenty of Nest Balls. Okay, one for the Bouffalant. One for backup Terapagos. And I don't need to flip on this one, but it's a one prizer, so. Where were you later? Where were you earlier? Okay, this is good. So he's down to 3 prize cards. He's got the other Roaring Moon, the baby Roaring Moon on the back burner, which is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that last Roaring Moon EX. That's my biggest concern right now. Don't think he can knock it out with the baby moon as he has now, so that's good. He's gonna saw his vitality. That's bad. He's probably gonna power up the other 2 Roaring Moons. Yep. Boss orders something out. Not sure what. Squawkabilly is an easy kill. I think I still have... Did I use the Prime Catcher yet? I did. Patch. Okay, well, whatever you put that energy on is gonna die. He's gonna switch out. Does he have a boss order? I mean, he's used 1. These decks generally have 2. I'm sure he just found it. Watch me tempt fate. I don't see how things could possibly get any worse. I'll wait. could have just retreated. I don't know why he did that. Yeah. So that did, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that did 150, but only did 70. Okay. Okay, so that does stack a little bit. Cool. That one. Use the double turbo to pay the cost. Gotta be careful, I'm running low on cards here. So that's a perfect 240 right there. I'm kind of hoping I'm finding one of those Noctowl. I got a 1 in 8 chance here. I've almost drawn my whole deck. I've never. Whew, this is a close battle. He's got the baby moon on the back burner. He's bringing out the other guy now. He's got all 4 Sada's Vitalities, but only 3 dark patches. Concealed cards. Is he trying to draw out the dark patch? Okay, that doesn't hurt me too much. I'm glad I played the cards I played when I did. The problem is, if he brings this out, he's got to use Frenzied Gouging. Stretcher, he's pulling back the energy. He already attached for turn, though. He could discard it, though, to pay for concealed cards. Yeah. And he really wants something. Problem is, I can knock out anything he has, unless he can... He knows that. Come on, buddy. Come on, big man. Show me something. He's really thinning out his deck here. He's looking for a dark patch. That's what I think he's looking for. Yeah, he's thinning out his hand. Is he pulling? He's not gonna pull the energy. He's gonna restart for 1. Nope. He's gonna whiff it. Oh no, wait. He didn't find it. He whiffed it. Yeah, he's looking for the dark patch. And even if he does, I still have my Bouffalant. I can't believe this freaking Bouffalant is the star of the show here. Okay, he's going for something else. I'd switch anyway, so... He's probably going to pull in one of the other Terapagos. He's retreating. He's probably going to send in Baby Moon. Yeah. Okay. I'd only do 50. That wouldn't be enough. Okay. Start powering up this guy just to be safe. I'm going to put him in position where he has to use... Frenzied Gouging. He's got... The way Turbo Moon runs, there's no evolutions in his deck. So he has to use... Frenzied Gouging. It would knock out the Terapagos, but it puts him into knockout range for the Bouffalant. And judge again, okay. Hey, Noctowl. I don't think there's anything left in my deck to use it. I'm pretty sure I used all the Glass Trumpets. I got 3. I'm not sure if I put 3 or 4 in this deck. Check. And notes. Wrong deck. Yeah, he's pulling it out. He's the only thing he can do. Yeah, I only had 3 Glass Trumpets. Okay. Iron Bundle. You don't want to use Iron Bundle. I'm sending out Mew if you do. I mean, he's gone through every card in his deck by now. So, yeah, he's This is a fun game. They're a very close match. We've seen the best of both decks here. That's just easy to say. Yeah, problem is Bouffalant, man. The unsung hero, the Bouffalant. He crashed through 2 Terapagos only to be taken out by a punk Bouffalant. Yeah, apparently that stacks. Boofer and Curlywall stack to resist 80 damage. I'm not sure that's going to be an official ruling, but oh, he got rid of that, yeah. So get rid of that one, that one. Pull this off. Nope. Boss order. Yeah, I got this. Just gotta get around the problem there. Crown Opal for the win. Nice. I'm like, come on, the boss order was staring you right in the face, Tim. Good game, bro. Good game. And that is going to wrap things up for this video, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to TimPlaysAGame. Stay tuned for more Pokemon Live videos. Let me know in the comments section what other decks you want me to try. I'm thinking about doing a Hydrapple one, Hydrapple EX. That one looks good. And then I'm also thinking about doing a Slow King deck because I'm a Slowpoke fan. But until then, this is Tim from TimPlaysAGame signing off. And have a good night, guys.